In a world long destroyed by war and fire, humanity clings to survival in a single last bastion known as the city under the mountain. The rest of the world is now the Lost Lands, a desolate wasteland ruled by monsters, magic, and shadows. The story centers on Gray Alys, a powerful and mysterious witch believed to have emerged from the Lost Lands, and the people whose lives she touches for better or worse. The film opens with Gray Alys being sentenced to death by the church, the dominant religious and political force in the city. The high priest declares her a heretic and servant of the devil. But when the hanging fails and she walks away alive, it only confirms the people's belief that she is more than human. Whispers spread, the witch that will not hang. Despite fear and superstition, desperate people seek her help, for Gray Alys is said to grant any wish for a price. She refuses no one. Captain George of the Overwatch visits her requesting something unnatural, the power to shapeshift into a beast to become something more than human. He is not alone in his desire. The queen of the city herself seeks Alys in secret, offering a family heirloom in exchange for a simple but dangerous wish: failure. She wants Alys to sabotage George's quest, fearing what this power might do to him, or perhaps fearing what it might do to her reign. Gray Alys agrees to both. She always does. She enlists the help of a guide and hunter named Boyce, a rugged survivor of the Lost Lands. Their mission: to find Sartor, a feared shapeshifter known as the Great Wolf, and take his power under the light of the full moon. It is a dangerous journey with no promise of return. Boyce, with his hardened demeanor and cynical view of the world, is reluctant but intrigued. They strike a deal: if one slows the other down, they will be left behind. Trust is a rare commodity in the Lost Lands. As they journey through barren lands and shadowy forests, they confront threats both human and monstrous. The church, unwilling to let Gray Alys go, sends enforcers and zealots after them, hoping to kill her and retrieve a confession. The patriarch, obsessed with power and religious dominance, sees Alys as the embodiment of everything evil, while the political powers of the city fracture in secrecy and betrayal. The queen, though outwardly calm, hides her fear and her guilt as rumors of her dealings with the witch begin to spread. Back on the road, Alys and Boyce travel through dangerous terrain, meeting old acquaintances and wary allies, including a pair of siblings, Ross and Mara, who briefly provide shelter. There, Boyce shares a rare moment of vulnerability, revealing the toll that a life of survival has taken on him. Still, he claims he has never cried, never let anyone close enough to hurt him. Alys, in contrast, remains a riddle-wise stoic and always in control, though hints of a tragic past linger in her eyes. As the full moon approaches, the pace quickens. They must reach Skull River, Sartor's lair, before the moon is full if they hope to take his power at its peak. The shortest route is through ancient train tunnels, treacherous and infested with threats. They press on while forces from the city close in behind them. At a cable car crossing known as the Rift, they meet violence. The church's men have killed the operator and lie in wait. In a bloody and brutal confrontation, Alys and Boyce are forced to kill to survive. She displays terrifying magical power and he deadly skill. They escape by destroying the cable car and forcing their way forward on foot. The church vows vengeance, furious at their failure and more determined than ever to see Alys dead. Meanwhile, within the city, tensions explode. The queen's relationship with George and her dealings with Alys are exposed. The patriarch sees it as his chance to usurp power. As the overlord withers away, the church's influence grows, and soon the streets of the city boil with unrest. The people, weary of oppression and rule by fear, whisper of rebellion. Alys to some is no longer just a witch, she is a symbol of resistance. Back in the wilds, Alys and Boyce continue toward Sartor, each carrying secrets. Boyce hides pain behind humor and sarcasm. Alys hides a deeper plan. Her motivations are never quite clear and her loyalties seem to shift like shadows. Still, a bond begins to grow between them, built on mutual respect and shared danger. For all her mystery, she begins to trust him, and he, cynical and guarded, begins to care. But time is running out. The full moon rises soon and Sartor waits at Skull River. He is not merely a beast but something ancient, primal and powerful. To face him is to risk death. But for George's wish to be granted, Sartor's power must be claimed. And if the queen's wish is to be honored, Alys must let the mission fail. The path to Skull River is a crucible, and both Alys and Boyce are transformed by it. As the two approach the final leg of their journey, the city spirals into chaos behind them. The church tightens its grip. The queen's hold on power weakens. And the line between good and evil, man and monster, witch and savior, begins to blur. In a world ravaged by a long-forgotten war, humanity clings to survival within the confines of a single city hidden beneath a mountain and ruled by a tyrannical church and a fading monarchy. Beyond the city lies the Lost Lands, a vast lawless wasteland haunted by shadows, monsters, and ancient magic. This is where the witch Gray Alys comes from, a mysterious figure believed to grant wishes for a price, and the woman who refuses no one. The story begins with Gray Alys narrowly escaping execution by the church, her hanging inexplicably failing. Branded a heretic, she becomes a symbol of rebellion, known among the people as the witch that will not hang. Her reputation spreads, drawing desperate souls to her, among them Captain George, a soldier loyal to the queen who seeks the power to become a beast. Unbeknownst to him, the queen herself visits Gray Alys as well, offering a payment in exchange for sabotage. She wants George's wish to fail. True to her nature, Gray Alys agrees to both. To fulfill George's request, she needs to find a shapeshifter, a creature of great power, and harvest its gift. She hires Boyce, a hardened hunter with a troubled past, to guide her to a place known as Skull River, where the shapeshifter Sartor is believed to dwell. Boyce is reluctant but accepts the deal, intrigued by Alys and in need of money. Together they journey through the Lost Lands, forming a bond forged in danger and silence. As they travel, they are pursued by agents of the church determined to see Gray Alys destroyed. Along the way, the two find refuge with old friends Ross and Mara, who are later killed by the church's men. This act sparks Boyce's desire for vengeance. Wounded but alive, Boyce continues on with Alys, and as they climb through mountains and evade death, their relationship deepens. They are both loners, both scarred, both drawn to the edges of the world. Boyce, despite himself, begins to care. In the city, political unrest grows. The overlord lies dying, the queen is pregnant, and rumors of her dealings with a witch threaten her power. She manipulates George, using him as a pawn, but his obsession with her turns dark. When he learns that the child she carries is not his but Boyce's, his jealousy consumes him. Gray Alys and Boyce press on, reaching the mountains as demons rise under the moonlight. They battle monstrous spirits, surviving only through Alys's illusion magic and sheer determination. As they near Skull River, Alys reveals the truth: she had once helped another man seek power in the same place, only to watch it destroy him and his men. The Lost Lands twist everyone who comes seeking something, and Alys knows the price will always be paid. Meanwhile, the queen gives birth to a child heir to the throne. With the overlord dead and the child too young to rule, she seizes power with the church's blessing. But the patriarch, driven by hatred of Alys and fear of the queen's rise, conspires to execute them both. Tensions rise in the city. Revolution brews. At Skull River, Boyce prepares to face Sardar the shapeshifter. But the truth is revealed: Boyce is Sardar. The beast everyone feared is inside him. Gray Alys knew all along. She lured him there not to find Sardar but to trap him, to kill him and take his power. She poisons him with silver in his blood, the only way to weaken a shapeshifter. In his final moments, Boyce begs her to grant him a wish, to be with her, to fight by her side, to end the loneliness. Alys grants the wish, knowing full well what it will cost him. He dies and she takes his skin, the key to granting the queen her final wish: transformation. In the city, the revolution begins. The church collapses as Gray Alys returns the witch that will not hang, bearing the skin of a beast. She gives it to the queen, instructing her to wear it to bleed onto it before the end of the lunar cycle. The power will be hers. The queen accepts, but George demands his payment. He feels betrayed. Alys tells him he got what he wanted: the father of the queen's child is dead, leaving the queen vulnerable and alone. George is horrified. When he confronts the queen, she realizes the truth. He had Boyce killed out of jealousy, out of ambition. Enraged, she executes George herself. Gray Alys disappears once more into the shadows, having kept her word to all parties but destroyed lives in the process. Her path is one of chaos and consequence. She does not lie. She grants every wish. But wishes she knows come with prices. The people rise up, chanting her name, defying the church, the monarchy, the old world order. The city begins to change. The queen now holds power not just through birthright but through ancient magic. The child born of man and beast symbolizes a new era. And Gray Alys, still walking the Lost Lands, remains the symbol of defiance, of magic, and of the unknowable price of desire. She is the witch that will not hang. The one who refuses no one. The one whose help you should never seek. And in the end, as her tale is told once more, the listener is left to wonder what price they themselves would pay if they ever crossed paths with her. Because Gray Alys doesn't offer happy endings. Only wishes. And a wish always comes due. If you enjoy watching this video, then subscribe to Angel Recaps for the latest movies explanation.